We all know fossil fuels such like coal, oil, and natural gas are major contributors to the greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. When these fuels are burned for energy, they release carbon dioxide, methane, and other greenhouse gases, primarily through industrial processing, transportation, and electricity generation. The release of these greenhouse gases contribute to the enhanced greenhouse effect, trapping more heat in the Earth's atmosphere and leading to global warming and climate change. Nuclear energy is generated through a process called nuclear fission, where the nucleus of an atom is split, releasing a great amount of energy. This energy is harnessed to generate electricity in nuclear power plants. Nuclear energy has some significant advantages. It produces a large amount of electricity without emitting greenhouse gases, making it a cleaner alternative to fossil fuels. It's also high efficient, as a small amount of nuclear fuel can generate a massive amount of energy.
The history of nuclear energy started in 1934 when physicist named Enrico Fermi conducted experiments show neutrons could split many kinds of atoms. When he bombarded uranium with neutrons, he get the element that much lighter than uranium. Then, in 1938, German scientist named Otto Hahn and Fritz Strassmann fired uranium for radium and beryllium into uranium. They were surprised to find a lighter element such as beryllium in the leftover materials. Hahn and Strassmann then contacted Lise Meitner in Copenhagen, who worked for NES before publicizing the discovery. In 1939, Bohr shared the discovery with Einstein. After that, Fermi and Leo Szilard suggested a possible design for uranium chain reactor in 1941. On the morning of 2 December 1942, the scientists were ready to begin the demonstration of Chicago Pile 1. Finally, at 3:25 p.m., the nuclear reaction became self-sustaining, and the world had entered the nuclear age.
The Manhattan Project was a program of research and development undertaken during the World War II to produce the first nuclear weapon. The project led to the development of two types of atomic bombs, a simple gun-type fusion weapon called Little Boy and a complex implosion-type nuclear weapon called Fat Man. On 1945, the first atomic bomb under Manhattan Project was tested during the World War II, leading to the usage of Little Boy and Fat Man a month later in the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, respectively. Next, on December 21, 1951, the experimental Breeder Reactor 1 became the first power plant to produce usable electricity through atomic fission. It powered four 200-watt light bulbs and eventually generated enough electricity to light the entire facility.
So this might be a new information to most of the people in Malaysia, but Malaysia does not have a nuclear power plant in operation. While Malaysia does not have a specific law exclusively dedicated to nuclear energy, it has produced frameworks and also regulation that would likely be applicable if the country were to develop nuclear power capabilities. So some key aspects related to the nuclear energy in Malaysia includes Atomic Energy Licensing Act 1984, the National Atomic Energy Policy, and also regulatory framework. So the Atomic Energy Licensing Act 1984 was administered by the Atomic Energy Licensing Board, which is also known as AELB, primarily deals with the control and regulation of atomic energy and radioactive substance in Malaysia. It covers the licensing and control of activities involving radioactive material and also radiation-producing equipment. Next, the National Atomic Energy Policy. Malaysia has a National Atomic Energy Policy that outlines the principle and guidelines for the development and peaceful use of nuclear energy. This policy guides the country's approach to nuclear energy, including safety, security, regulatory framework, and also international cooperation. The AELB oversees the regulation and control of nuclear and radiation-related activities. It sets standards, issues license, conducts inspection, and also ensures the compliance with safety and security measures related to the use of nuclear material. So as Malaysia considers the potential development of nuclear power, it would likely strengthen its legal and regulatory framework related to nuclear energy, which focus on safety, security, environmental protection, waste management, and also the public's engagement.
I would like to invite you to the journey into the intricate of safety measures woven into the very essence of nuclear power plants. These measures stand as sentinels guarding our commitment to the protection of both our environment and the wider community. At the forefront of our defense are the formidable containment structure, engineered to the perfection. These structures serve as impermeable barriers, standing resilient against any potential release of radioactive materials even in the face of unforeseen incidents or malfunctions. Beyond these physical fortifications, our arsenal includes redundant safety systems, a multi-layered shield encompassing both automated and manual protocols. This intricate network guarantees not only the secure shutdown of the reactor, but also its meticulous control, affirming the reliability of nuclear facilities. However, extends far beyond the walls of our plants. We have prepared our emergency plans. Our emergency plans are detailed roadmaps encompassing evacuation procedures, communication strategies, and seamless coordination with local authorities. We don't just generate power, we also empower the communities to respond swiftly and effectively to any potential incidents. In the realm of innovation, our modern reactor designs are a testament to progress. This design incorporates cutting-edge safety features such as passive cooling systems, showcasing our commitment to resilience in the face of unpredictable. Our reactors are not merely efficient, they are fortified bastions of safety. Yet, progress must be anchored in responsibility. Regulatory oversight stands as the backbone of our operation. Stringent regulations and regular inspections by regulatory bodies are the keystone of our commitment to compliance with the highest safety standards. And what about the aftermath? Proper waste management is non-negotiable. We have implemented secure storage and disposal methods, ensuring the environmental impact of radioactive waste is minimized.
Fossil fuels have long been a mainstay in the world's energy production, with coal, gas, and oil being the primary sources. These fuels are burned through a process called combustion, which will release the stored energy within them. This energy is then harnessed to generate electricity or power engines. Despite their widespread use, fossil fuels are not the most efficient sources of energy. In fact, they have a lower energy output per unit of fuel compared to other sources like nuclear power or renewable energy. Additionally, the extraction and processing of fossil fuels requires significant amounts of energy themselves, and further reducing their overall efficiency. Expanding nuclear energy offers a low carbon solution to combat climate change, unlike more polluting fossil fuel sources emitting higher greenhouse gases. Despite nuclear energy minimal greenhouse gas emissions, reliance on fossil fuels for its processes poses environmental risks, contributing to resource depletion and degradation. Moreover, fossil fuel sources like coal and oil release various pollutants, including sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, and particulate matter, impacting air quality and human health. In today's world, the reliance on fossil fuel has led to a pricing crisis, with over 75% of global greenhouse gas emissions stemming from their use. The effects on our planet are undeniable. The negative repercussions are extensive. Including air pollution from fossil fuels leads to 8.7 million deaths annually, impacting human health on an alarming scale. The United Nations Development Programme highlights the urgency to shift away from fossil fuels, and it is imperative to transition towards sustainable energy sources to curb rising global temperatures and safeguard both humanity and the natural world. The time for change is now. Transitioning towards sustainable energy is not just a choice, but it is a necessity for a brighter, healthier future. So together, let's embrace renewable energy and pave the way towards a greener tomorrow.
Environmental impact, where it notable for lower carbon dioxide emissions and does not cause air pollutions. It is a substitute for fossil fuels in industrial process. It also have cleaner energy source in terms of air quality and greenhouse gas emission. Next, for the waste and sustainability, it produces minimal waste, and extremely dense nuclear fuels results in smaller amount of nuclear fuel expected. For an example, South Korea used nuclear fuel over the last 60 years only in small volume, and the implementation of reprocessing technologies can significantly reduce nuclear waste volume and long-term storage requirements. Lastly, for nuclear energy, give a big impact on climate change, such as it produces less carbon emissions. The role in carbonization is essential in global strategy for deep decarbonization. Nuclear fuels contribute significantly to climate change through greenhouse gas emission and environmental degradation.
Given the compelling advantages highlighted by our experts, it becomes evident why opting for nuclear energy is a strategic and sustainable choice. So my friends, what lies ahead for the future of nuclear energy? How does a new kind of nuclear tech fit to this clean energy picture? And why does money and what people think matter for it to work well with other green options? The new nuclear tech is really a big deal for fighting climate change. These reactors are safer and more efficient, giving us a reliable way to make clean energy. Let me give you all some examples of next-gen reactors that are currently being explored and developed. First up, we've got the SMR. Not ASMR, but SMR, small modular reactors. Smaller than the traditional ones, but it offers the potential for increased safety and cost effectiveness. Next, we have these fast neutron reactors. These reactors use fast neutrons instead of thermal neutrons, allowing for more efficient use of nuclear fuel, and also have the ability to recycle certain type of nuclear waste. Fascinating, right? Other than that, we have the molten salt reactors, and also the HTGR, which can be used for various industrial applications beyond just generating electricity. So when we team up this nuclear power with the smart tech like AI, it gets even better at making energy, right? Yeah. To conclude, nuclear energy is a major player in everything because simple, it doesn't create pollution, it helps cut down on harmful emissions. Also, making nuclear power cheaper with government help speeds up the switch to cleaner energy. It's essential to emphasize nuclear energy alongside other clean alternatives to find a good balance that aligns with the public's perceptions.
Nuclear energy is a crucial ally in the battle against climate change. New-gen reactors promote safer and more efficient energy production. Nuclear power significantly reduces worldwide carbon emissions. Advances in nuclear tech contribute to environmental sustainability and a cleaner future.